So guys, you need to buy crypto right now. The price action around Bitcoin is dropping currently really bad. Inflows aren't looking too well. Altcoins are dropping pretty nasty just because when we see a retracement in Bitcoin, altcoins usually jump off a cliff. And right now, that's pretty much what's going on in the markets. And everyone's, getting this bear mentality just because of all the red and, everyone talking about what's going on in the next coming weeks and months with the markets. There's pretty much just a lot of capitulation going on with people's portfolios just because the sentiment around certain sectors, certain projects and everything like that are going down. So I want to talk about pretty much the news events that are taking place around Bitcoin, what's causing all this negative sentiment, what I think you should be doing with altcoins, my crypto portfolio, and overall what's going to be happening in the next few weeks and months. But if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm just a beginner in the crypto space, showing you guys my wins, my losses, my crypto portfolio, and pretty much the ins and outs of everything else, just tracking my whole process. But let's jump into it. Like I said, the price action around Bitcoin is down. It's been going up and down, been in this phase of consolidation for the past like around 100 days, which is really crazy. I was seeing this one post talking about how if you zoom out from 2016 to now, the price action around Bitcoin and where we've been going, we've just been going up. But we're analyzing this on a month-to-month basis, even on a week-to-week basis, so it gets to us and chases the sentiment around our portfolios and everything. And that's why everyone really needs to get a better understanding of what's going on and where we're at. Look at that range currently that we're in with this consolidation that's taking place. Usually when we start reaching the all-time highs, everyone starts accumulating, and then we start to drop right back down because we're in this sideways trading action. And from there, everyone starts capitulating their bags just because they're scared. Everyone starts sending money out just because they think it's the end of the cycle. So with Bitcoin right now, it's just going to keep on trading sideways, especially with all the catalyst events coming out with the Fed cuts around interest rates in the US, the presidential election that's coming out, multiple different things going on that are having an effect on our crypto bags and our crypto portfolios, especially if you're in altcoins. But overall, this is what's been affecting Bitcoin. There's a few more events that I want to jump into on the news events, but right now the price action around Bitcoin, we're talking about how we could be dropping below this range. But honestly, I'm not too sure. I don't keep up with the day-to-day trends of Bitcoin. I just like to keep up with the sentiment in the market as well as where everything is going. If we look at the news that is around Bitcoin currently coming out, there's been a lot of positive events that should be pumping our bags. Just to recap a few, I saw a great post talking about a few of the biggest events that are taking place currently in this last month. Overall, Trump spoke at the Bitcoin conference, pretty much created a lot of hype with his route for a strategic reserve backing with Bitcoin. But honestly, we're not too sure if that's actually going to take place. We got the ETH ETF that launched, so we have inflows coming in, which is really positive. Not as much inflows as the start of when everything came out, but that's pretty much some positive action that has been happening around Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything on those top caps. Kamala Harris also talked about a reset with pretty much the crypto markets just because they were attacking crypto, and now since she's taking over for the Democratic Party, she's pretty much wanting to revive what she was saying around crypto and everything. Honestly, don't think too much about that, but that's a positive sentiment in terms of even if the other side was to win. Fed cuts are predicted to happen in September. We didn't see anything happen in August, but we should be seeing something happening at the end of September. That's what we heard from the Fed, but at the end of the day, that's what they said in August, and potentially running into September, we don't know how those interest rates are going to look. So hopefully we have some positive sentiment around that. On top of that, Goldman Sachs CEO predicts that Bitcoin's all market cap is going to pass gold one day, which is really crazy. If that's the case, Bitcoin would be sitting around like 800,000, which is pretty phenomenal, and that price prediction is somewhere around 2030, but we won't know until everything starts to happen in the markets. On top of that, the SEC also dropped the securities around multiple cryptos like Ethereum, so we got a lot of that negative sentiment out of the way. So we have all these events going on in the crypto space, and it's really positive for crypto. But what I'm wondering is, why is everything still dumping? And a few people brought up some good points as to, why we're still seeing this negative action. One of the main reasons is, the loss of inflows that we've been seeing from the Bitcoin ETF as well as the Ethereum ETF. We're still getting those, inflows. We're just not seeing as much positive action, and therefore, there's not as much liquidity in the markets. On top of that, the Republican Party has been a little bit weak as, the Democratic Party is starting to ramp back up. So everybody is fearful for, a Kamala Harris win win and what that means for crypto, just because Trump has all of these predictions and promises that he has around Bitcoin and crypto. And if he was to lose, the Republican Party was to lose, we aren't sure what the Democratic Party would do. So that's another thing that's causing everyone to wonder what's going to happen. Something I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about either is that the US sold around 10,000 Bitcoin after Trump promised a strategic reserve with Bitcoin. And they're planning on buying over 1 billion Bitcoin, but they just sold 10,000 after he had said that they would never sell. So I think the US is just trying to mess around with presidential run that's taking place currently. I think that there's different sentiment around crypto, and at the end of the day, you can pretty much just manipulate the market by selling a good amount of Bitcoin the way that they did. So there's multiple news events that are also negative that are causing a flip-flop in the sentiment around Bitcoin and altcoins. And overall, that's what's going on. But with all this news events and everything that's taking place, Bitcoin could have shot to 100,000 last week. And if that was the case, our altcoins would have pumped really significantly and all of us would be really, really rich right now. But at the end of the day, that would be the end of this whole run, this whole cycle. Right now, we have been in such a long consolidation phase that the rip is going to be significant. It's going to be crazy, just because in past events, the phase of consolidation and capitulation usually is increased as we keep on going through these cycles, because more liquidity is going into the crypto markets. We have more money, especially like from the sovereign nations, the ETF inflows, everything, all this stuff coming into the markets. There's longer phases, and with longer consolidation means a longer and stronger rip. So right now, I'm honestly pretty happy that everything didn't rip off. I'm glad and actually hope that Bitcoin can, fall a little bit more so I can get back into my positions, some of my positions that I got in back in, February, maybe even before that. We can pretty much make some crazy gains, crazy X's just by jumping into a few of these coins. My crypto portfolio is mainly revolved around the meme sector and AI sector, and my, perspective around my portfolio is longing. I know a lot of people, they see, the red in the market and they're like, oh, you should have sold already, but I'm here for the long term. I'm not here to just sell real quick and make, a quick band or two. I could do that. I could have already done that, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to make, 1G turn into 10Gs. And in order for me to do that, I got to have high commitment and stay in this market and be buying in these times when everything is down. At the end of the day, when everything is pumping up and Bitcoin is at an all-time high, everyone is buying, everyone is accumulating, which is the worst time to accumulate, because when everything starts to drop, everybody starts to capitulate their bags just because they're so worried about what's going on. So you really need to zoom out, really see the price action around Bitcoin and compare it to previous cycles so that you can have an understanding of what's going on in the crypto markets. Overall, I'm just a beginner in this crypto space. I've been understanding, what everyone's talking about, trying to dissect all the different perspectives on the market. And overall, I'm pretty positive and, happy with where I'm at in the crypto space. At the end of the day, I'm still a beginner and I'm still learning. So I'm still trying to gain a lot of knowledge from everybody in the space and really read what's going on. I've made some stupid decisions and I've made some really, really smart decisions in this crypto space. And I've just learned that the more knowledge you go and the less reactive you are in the markets, you're going to perform better. So right now, I think you need to be buying altcoins, and especially the sectors that are performing the best, really revolved around AI and meme coins. Also, RWA is starting to pop off really, really crazy, just because a lot of politicians and everybody in the real world is wanting to invest in crypto, but with assets that are actually utilized into something, and that's RWA, real world assets. So at the end of the day, guys, you need to be keeping up with all the news in the space, what's popping off, and exactly what you should be doing. Right now, as a beginner in the crypto space, I'm accumulating. I'm going to keep on accumulating, just because in the next few weeks and few months, we are going to rip off really, really crazy once we get out of all this negative sentiment. We also have, the Mt. Gox sell-off that is, taking place. It's like 80% done, but we're still in the midst of all these little different things on top of all the positive news that we're getting. So if you are, committed to the crypto markets, you are positive and really believe in us hitting that 100,000 Bitcoin and our altcoins pumping, this is a time where the weak are separated from the strong people, the ones that are actually committed to the markets, and the ones that are just paper handing and wanting to make a quick flip. At the end of the day, the people that make the most money are the people that stay in the longest and accumulate at these worst times when everyone is capitulating. But that's pretty much what's going on in the crypto markets, guys. I'm buying more altcoins just because I want to make a crazy exponential, and I can't wait to make the video showing you guys that my portfolio is worth 6 figures or potentially even more. But overall, guys, I'll keep you guys updated on the crypto news events, my crypto portfolio, everything that's going on, what I'm currently doing, and my perspective on the markets. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, drop them down below. Also, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. Like how I said, I'm just a beginner in the crypto space, showing you guys my perspective, my wins, my losses, my crypto portfolio, what I'm doing, and just pretty much grabbing everyone's knowledge and condensing it into a beginner-friendly video. But overall, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, drop it down below. I really do appreciate all the information, support, and everything you guys give me around this YouTube channel. I'm gonna keep pumping out more content. I drop daily content every day. I'm actually currently in San Antonio right now on a trip. Here, look, you guys can see with me. I got a pretty nice view, dirty ass window, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up right here. If you guys have any questions, anything, drop it down below. I really appreciate everything. Stay tuned. Drop daily content every day. So hopefully I see you tomorrow. Peace.